This week didn't go exactly as planned. Filming was light, the week was loud. And when I sat down to edit all of this together, I almost decided not to even post an episode this week. And honestly, I almost didn't. Then I thought, maybe that's exactly why I should. 8 weeks ago, I started one of the most intensive training blocks I've ever attended. 3 days a week lifting with progressive overload, 4 jiu-jitsu days, and conditioning all on top of that. It has been a lot of work, all in the serving a purpose of one goal. IBJJF Masters Worlds in September. This entire channel has been dedicated to documenting that one goal. I am 38 years old, and I am going to be competing against the best people at my belt level and age group in 4 months. And at the same time, my daughter just graduated 8th grade this week, and she is going to be a freshman in high school. You have no idea how much that means to me. And I struggled to show up for both things this week. But I'm starting to realize that I don't have to choose dad or athlete. That I just need to show up for both. And that I can. My takedowns are not the problem. If you see me compete, you know that I'm going to do probably one thing. Blast double the crap out of you. And that's all well and good until I get to high level competitors who've seen some of my competition footage and have studied up and know that's coming. I need to be more dynamic. And so in service of that, I have taken up Judo Privates. And today, or not today, but this week, during that private, we didn't do any throws. We needed to learn how judokas move. So I did a lot of footwork and cone drills. And just these drills are going to change the game when it comes to my wrestling and my setups. So I think in the service of just being a better, well-rounded grappler, these judo lessons are going to come a long way. Starting June 20th, for World League, and then in September. Looking forward to using it. The gears are shifting towards the end of phase 2 here. For the last 8 weeks, I've been building a foundation of strength that is going to get me through a long tournament in September. And I did this by lifting heavy 3 days a week with progressive overload and deload weeks when appropriate. But it's time to shift now. And the program says maintenance, 1 day a week. And that is hard for me because instinctually I want to push for more because heavier is always better, right? Again, I've built the foundation and now I don't need more strength. I need to build a sharper, more dangerous grappler on the mat. And I do that by getting more mat time. I think making this shift and concentrating on technique and sharpening the sword is what's going to put me over the edge from other people who are going to show up to Worlds empty because they didn't focus on the right things. I'm going to focus on the right things. I don't have a lot of words for this part. I don't know, everything stopped for a minute when she walked across the stage. The smile on her face when she received her promotion certificate It says she's now a freshman and that she successfully completed middle school was one of the proudest moments as a father I've had so far. She worked hard and she's earned every bit of happiness that's come from accomplishing something you only do once in your life. And that's partly why I train. I train because I want to show her that it doesn't stop there. That even when you're older, that you can still have a goal, that you can still work for and push, even at 38. And now she's moving into one of the biggest chapters of her life. And I want her to know that I'm right along with her, pushing for another big monumentous time in my life. And that we'll do it together.
Taylor Connolly.
Oh, there she is. Hey.
I don't get to sit with that feeling for too long. The mat doesn't care that it was a big week. Today is no gi open mat, tomorrow is comp team, and a gi open mat. And while it is technically a deload week, that's supposed to be focused on recovery, that does not mean that it's an off week. It means to move well, eat intelligently, and make sure not to push it too hard. Camp starts next week, 14 weeks until Masters Worlds, and we get to test everything we have built over the last 8 weeks. It's time to get to work.